Hello students, in today's class we will start with the fish culture. So let's start. As you can see over here, fish is the major source of food for people living in coastal areas and near the rivers. So all those people who are living near the coastal areas or near the rivers, their main food is fish. Second point, fish is a rich source of animal protein for our food. Yes, fish gives us proteins. Third point, fisheries are the establishments connected with capture, preservation, exploitation, and utilization of various types of fishes, prawns, lobsters, crabs, and etc. So one thing which you have to understand is what is fisheries. If somebody asks you what is fisheries, fisheries are the places, they are the establishments which are connected with the capturing of the fish, preservation of the fishes, exploitation, utilization by various types of fishes, utilization of various types of fishes like prawns, lobsters, crabs, etc. On the basis of the products, the fisheries are of two types. Fisheries are of two types. The first type of fishery is called the fin fishery. What is this fin fishery? It is the capture, management, and exploitation of cartilaginous and bony fish. That means actual fishes. What about next one? Next one, shell fishery. What is shell fishery? It is the capture, management, and exploitation of crustaceans, which includes crab, prawns, lobsters, and mollusks like oysters, octopods, etc. So we have seen that there are two types of fisheries. One is fin fishery, where the actual fishes are being caught, and the second one is shell fishery, where all crabs, prawns, lobsters, oysters, all these are caught. Let us move on to the next one. Depending on the mode of obtaining fish, fisheries are of two types. The first type of fishery is called the capture fishery, and the second type of fishery is called the culture fishery. So there is a big difference between both of them, between capture fishery and culture fishery. Let us now see some differences between capture fishery and culture fishery. When we talk about capture fishery, it is the method of obtaining fish from natural resources, whereas in culture fishery, it is the method of obtaining fish from fish farming. So in capture fisheries, generally fishermen go to the sea or go to the river or pond, they catch fish and they bring it back from all these natural sources. Whereas in culture fishery, they actually make big ponds where they fill water and then they start growing fishes over there. There is no seeding and raising of fish, definitely, because the seeding and rearing of fish takes place in culture fishery. In capture fishery, you cannot do all these things. You just have to go into the sea or the nearby river, catch fish and come back. Next one, third point is, it is undertaken in both inland and marine waters. That means you go to sea, catch fish, or on the land also, if there are big water resources, you go there and catch fish. On the other hand, for the culture fishery, it is undertaken mostly inland and near the seashore. So you don't go into deep sea and start culturing fishes over there, not possible. So you mostly do it on inlands and near the shore. Some of the marine fishes are as follows. First one, pomfret, mackerels, tuna, sardines, Bombay duck, eel, hilsa, salmon, and ribbon. Now here we will talk about the modern technologies for catching fishes. In modern times, it includes echo sounders, and then we also use satellite to locate large schools of fish. A very large group of fish is called school of fish. So with the help of satellite, the fishermen nowadays, with the help of echo sounding technique, they try to find out where are the big schools of fishes, and then they go into that particular direction to catch the fishes. Next, you can be asked, what is aquaculture? So aquaculture pertains to the production of useful, high economic value aquatic plants and animals. So what is aquaculture? Aquaculture is the production of useful, high economic value aquatic plants and animals, such as there can be fishes in that, there can be prawns, there can be lobsters, there can be seaweeds. This aquaculture includes mariculture and freshwater culture fishery. So if somebody asks you what is mariculture, mariculture is the marine fishes which are cultivated in the coastal waters of India on commercial basis, includes mullets, bhetki, eel and sardine. So what is mariculture? These marine fishes, they are cultured in the coastal areas of India on the commercial basis. It is main purpose is for commercial purpose, is to sell them, and it includes mullets, bhetki, eel and sardine. When we talk about inland fisheries, it will include riverine fishery, that means going to river and doing fishery, then reservoir fishery, lake fishery, pond fishery and estuarine fishery. These are the different kind of fisheries which is possible inland. Now, increasing the pollution of water is adversely affecting the inland fisheries. Because of lot of pollution, the fishes are dying, so it is creating a lot of problem for inland fisheries. Integrated fish culture. So in integrated fish culture, let's see what is done. Fish culture is practiced along with some agricultural crops. So what they try to do, like paddy, they will grow the crop of paddy in the fields. You all know that paddy requires lot of water. So what they are going to do, they are going to also grow fishes in that particular paddy field. So double purpose is solved. Fishes are also grown in that water, and lot of water is required for paddy field. So we are growing the crops also and we are culturing the fish also. So two things are done together. This is what is called as integrated fish culture. Means fish culture also you are doing and agriculture also you are doing simultaneously. So fish culture is practiced along with some agricultural crops. It can be paddy, it can be banana, or it can be coconut to give higher yield. Now, sometimes these methods are also found very useful. Like fish is also cultivated in ponds near the poultry or the piggery. So if you have a pig farm or a poultry farm, near to that, they also start doing fish culture. Why? Because all the excreta of these animals, of the poultry, of the piggery, these excreta, it can be used as a food in the ponds for these fishes. So the waste product of one poultry or piggery can be used as a food for fishes. So again, this is a kind of integrated fish culture. Composite fish culture, very, very important. Several species of fish are stocked together in a pond. The production increases with the same cost. What does this mean? This means that suppose you are creating a small pond, so you have already invested money for that. Now what you are going to do, you are not going to do monoculture. That means you are not only going to grow only one kind of fish. Because see, fishes are very different. Some of them live near the bottom, some of them live in the middle of the pond, some of the fishes live only on the top water. So if you have selected some fishes which can live only on the top layer of the water, then the bottom layer and the middle layer of the pond remains empty. You can't do anything about it. So the best thing is to do a composite fish culture. What to do in a composite fish culture? It is necessary we can select some species having different feeding habits. Say we select one type of fish which feeds only on the bottom of the pond. We select one fish which feeds only in the middle layer of the pond. So there will not be any competition between them, and at the same time, at the same cost, same expense, we are going to get lot of fishes. So the production going to increase. So, but important thing is that they should not compete for the food among themselves. That is very, very important. So let us see what are these different kind of fishes which we can use. In such a system, a combination of generally how many fishes are grown, a combination of 5 or 6 fishes of a species, of different species are grown and selected and grown. Okay. See here, this diagram completely explains the composite fish culture. Here, different varieties are there. If you see, this is Catla, and Catla is a surface feeder and it feeds on zooplankton. So only on the top layer it is going to feed, but it only feeds on the animals, small animals. It is only a surface feeder. Silver carp is a surface feeder, also a surface feeder, but don't worry, it is not going to compete with Catla because it feeds mainly on phytoplanktons, small plants which are growing on the surface of the water. Okay, then we can have Rohu in the middle layer, because Rohu is a middle layer feeder. It is a column feeder and it feeds on decaying plants. It feeds on decaying plants. Same time, we can have in the bottom layer, we can have Mrigal. Mrigal is a bottom feeder and it usually feeds on decaying plants. So you see, in the same pond, we can have 1, 2, 3 and 4. We can have 4 species of fishes growing simultaneously. So the production increases at the same cost.